Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball, and this is the first time the Yankees have taken on Boston this season. It is June 19th, and this is the first time they played each other. And the Yankees traveling down to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Leading off for the Yankees playing left field is White. Batting second, playing second is Randolph. Batting third, on the catching is Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field is Jackson. Batting fifth, playing first base is Chambliss. Batting sixth, playing third base is Nettles. Batting seventh, playing center field is Thomason. Batting eighth, doing the DH is Spencer. Batting ninth, playing shortstop is Dent. And on the mound for the Yankees is Ken Clay. And for the hometown Boston Red Sox, we got leading off playing shortstop is Burleson. And batting second, playing second is Remy. Batting third, doing the DH is Rice. Batting fourth, playing left field is Yastrzemski. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Fisk. Batting sixth, playing center field is Lynn. Batting seventh, playing first base is Scott. Batting eighth, playing right field is Evans. Batting ninth, playing third base is Hobson. And on the mound, doing the pitching for Boston is Louis TIANT. Let's get down to Fenway and get this game started. I tell you right now, before we get started, we're going to change some of this. Change the ballpark since it's the first time we came here. Get this out of the way before we get started. Ballparks. Excuse me. Layout here. I'm going to move second base. Actually, we're going to move the catcher up just a bit. Going to move the right-handed batter over here. Left-handed batter over there. First base. Move here. Third base. There. First base will move back here a little bit. Second base over here. Shortstop here. Third base over here. And that should be good. Let's do it for daytime also. So we'll start with third base. Go to short. And let's see if that looks better. Head back to the game now. And I think that'll look a little better. Oh, you still can't see the catcher, can you? Okay. Go back here one more time. Can't see the catcher stuff because of the batter. So, move the batter up some. And now let's see if that's better. And that's better. Alrighty. So now we're getting ready to start. And you got Roy White at the plate. He's batting .271 on the year with 2 homers and 11 RBIs. This is Louis Tiant's 10th start of the year. He's 7-2 with a 2.24 ERA. And here's the pitch to White. And that's going to be a fly ball rather out to left field. And a 25-3, and that's a nice catch out there by Yastrzemski to take a base hit away from White. And there's one down. And Randolph comes to the plate, batting .288 with a homer and 24 RBI. And that ball is hit well. Let's see where this ball goes out in the night here in Boston. That ball is hit in the right field. Evans gets over. It's going to hold Randolph to a single. So Willie's down at first. He's not going to stay there very long. He's going to take off for second here. That's going to be a 32 or lower. So that'll be a 62. 62 or lower. He's safe, and he's in there with a stolen base. So Willie's down in scoring position now. Thurman Munson at the plate. And let's move the second baseman some too. Okay. We're going to move the second baseman here. What just happened here? Going to move the second baseman. Second baseman. See if that helps. All right, let's see if now we can see. Yeah, that helps. So Willie's down at second. Thurman Munson at the plate. Munson's batting .289 on the year with 5 homers and 38 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Munson. And that's going to be a ground ball. 62-3. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Munson out. And there's 2 down, and it's up to Reggie Jackson to drive in this run. Reggie's batting .329 on the year with 20 homers and 43 RBIs. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by TIANT. Randolph gets stranded at second. To the bottom of the first we go. Got Burleson, Remy, and Rice due up. You see the Yankees and Red Sox team replay comparison. The Yankees are 48-15. They have struck out 301 batters, walked 183. giving up 95 doubles and 21 triples. The Red Sox are 39 and 26. They've struck out 331 batters, walked 243, giving up 121 doubles and 17 triples. And Rick Burleson's up, batting .245 on the year, 3 homers and 23 RBIs. Ken Clay's making his third start of the year, his 15th appearance. He is 5-1 with a 3.19 ERA. And here's the pitch to Rick. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Clay strikes him out for out number 1. And Remy comes to the plate. And Remy's batting .320 on the year, 2 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. Clay mowing them down here in the first. Now you got Jim Rice up, and Rice is setting the world on fire, folks. He's leading the league with a .368 batting average, leading the league with 23 homers and 71 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Jim, and that's going to be chopper, 52 and an 8. That's barely fielding column 1. Nice play by Munson. He picks the ball up, throws Rice out. A 1-2-3 bottom of the first. To the top of the second we go. Still no score here. You got Chambliss, Nettles, and Thomason due up for the Yanks. Chambliss batting .264 with 4 homers and 39 RBIs. He's been smoking hot lately. That's a ground ball down to Remy. He'll pick it up, fire over to first. And there's 1 out. Nettles comes to the plate now, batting .296 with 15 homers and 49 RBIs. And that's a fly ball out the right field. Evans calls for it, makes the catch. And there's 2 down here in the second. Jerry Thomason comes up, batting .250 with no homers and no RBIs for the Yanks. And that's a swing and a miss. TIANT strikes him out. That's TIANT's third strikeout. Yankees go down in order. To the bottom of the second we go. You got Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Lynn due up. Yastrzemski's batting .279 with 9 homers and 38 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gary in center field, and that'll be out number 1. That brings up Carlton Fisk. Fisk is batting .268 with 11 homers and 37 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 6 and a 8. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. Nope, that's a base hit in the left field. And Fisk is aboard here with 1 out. Can the Yankees get the ground ball double play? Lynn's got great speed at the plate. Lynn's batting .296 on the year with 9 homers and 35 RBIs. And that's going to be back-to-back hits. That'll be a single in the left field. And Fisk will stop at second. So first and second now. Red Sox making some noise. George Scott comes to the plate. Scott's batting .273 on the year with 4 homers and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up behind the plate. Fisk, Munson takes the mask off. Thurman makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Runners still at first and second. Short to Wade Evans. And Evans is batting .203, 5 homers and 18 RBIs. That's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie and right. And that'll end the inning. The Red Sox strand 2 to the top of the third we go. Got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Spencer, Dent, and then back to White. And Spencer's batting .272 on the year. He's got 10 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 9. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Spencer's aboard, turns on that one. Evan gets over, keeps him to a single. And Bucky Dent comes to the plate batting .288 with a homer and 22 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Evans. This time he gets to it, makes the catch, and there's one down. We're back to the top of the order and Roy White. And White, he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 21 and a 4. And that's going to be a way to be on that left-handed. And that's a ground ball down the first. He fires down the second. Over to first, but White beats out the relay. So White's down at first now with 2 outs. And Randolph at the plate. And White's going to try to take off and steal here. That'll be a 28. And that'll be a 54 lower. And he's thrown out. Fisk throws him out. That ends the inning, folks. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still nothing. Well, Fisk throws White out trying to steal. Now you got Hobbs due up, and we're back to the top of the order, and Burleson and Remy. And Hobbs is batting .271 with 11 homers and 39 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Clay strikes him out for out number 1. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Rick Burleson comes to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Not this time. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. Burleson gets aboard here with a 1-out single. That was supposed to be in the right field. Change that. Sorry, in the left field. Base hit in the left field. Now you got a runner down at first, and Remy at the plate. And Remy's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 2. That's barely fielding column 1. And they'll get the runner out at second. And Remy beats the relay throw. So now Remy's down at first. And there's 2 outs for Jim Rice. And Rice is 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson. And the Red Sox strand 1. We go to the top of the 4th. Still no score here. You've got Randolph, Munson, and Jackson, the 2-3-4 hitters due up. Willie singled and stole a base his first time up. And that's going to be another base hit for Randolph. So Willie's aboard here with a leadoff single. And Willie's going to try to steal again here. And we said it'll be a 32, which is a 62 if I remember right. Yep, a 62 or lower. And he's in there safely. So Willie steals second for the second time today. Now you got Munson up, nobody out, and a runner down in scoring position. Thurman struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty, a 17. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And with nobody out, I don't know if Willie's going to try here or not. So that'll be Willie's going to stop at third with nobody out. So now you got runners on the corner. And Reggie Jackson up. Can Jackson get the Yankees on the scoreboard here? They're going to play back for the double play ball. Reggie struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a catcher. That'll be fielding 1. And that's going to be a ground ball in front of the plate. Fisk fields it. throws down the first. The runner on third's going to hold. So now you got second and third and one out. And you got Mr. Chambliss up now. Can Chambliss do the job here? Edgy now is out. One out, a runner down at second. I'll still play back for the out. Chambliss is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. And that'll be out number 2. So it's going to be up to Greg Nettles to get the job done here. Runner down at third and nobody out. And he's still there. Second and third, 2 outs. Craig Nettles at the plate. Can he deliver? And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that's going to be fielded nicely by Rick Burleson. He fires over the first, and the Yankees leave too. Waste a nice opportunity. First and third, nobody out. And TIANT gets out of the mess with nobody scoring. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 0-0. You got Yastrzemski due up, followed by Fisk and Evans. See, Boston has 2 more games here against the Yankees, and then Baltimore comes to town. Yaz is 0 for 1 today. He flew out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. That'll be out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the fourth. Fisk comes to the plate. And Fisk, he's got the single his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson. 2 outs here in the fourth. And it's up to Freddie Lynn to get something started. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball. Gary calls for it out there in the triangle. Makes the catch, and the Red Sox go down 1-2-3. To the top of the fifth we go. And we got Thomason due up. Spencer and Dent, the bottom third of the order. Gary's 0 for 1 today. And you see the Yankees' upcoming schedule. They got 2 more games here in Boston. Then they travel to Detroit, and they haven't played Detroit yet. So it'll be the first 3 games against Detroit. Here's the pitch to Gary. And that ball is well hit. See where Gary deposits this one out in Boston. And that's going to be a single in the right field as Evan gets over there and keeps him to a single. And Spencer comes up. And Jim, he singled his first time up. Can he do it again here? And he does it. He squares it up. Let's see where this one goes. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. And with 2 outs and the missile launcher, Evans out. 1 out. Nobody out. We'll get it right. Nobody out. I doubt if Gary tries to score here. So that'll be a 42. And he's going to stay put at third. And again, second and third. This time, nobody out. And Bucky Dent up. And again, the Red Sox are going to play back for the out. Don't want to give up a big inning here. Bucky is 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball to right. 34 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And 44. 20, he's still going to stay put. I'm going to move that third baseman over some third so we can see Louis' stuff. Maybe there. See if that looks better. Still not enough, is it? Darn it. Try it again here. Try it again. That should do it. That should do it. That's better. And now we got the fly ball out to right field. The runners are going to hold. And now there's one out and Roy White's up. Second and third, one out now. Runner's still there. White is 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a pop up down the first. And now there's 2 down and the runner's still down there. That's second and third. So it's going to take a 2-out base hit by Randolph. But Randolph, he is 2 for 2 today. 2 singles. Can he do it again here, folks? And that's going to be a base on balls. So Willie's aboard again. The base is full of Yankees. Can the captain deliver? Base is full. Munson at the plate. Thomason at third. Spencer at second. Randolph at first. And here's the pitch to the captain. And that's going to be a catcher. 53 and an 8. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to be a rare play. 39 with the bases full. And a 53. 53 and a 39. That's going to be hit down the short. And a 21. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be popped up down the short. Munson gets under it. The Yankees leave the bases loaded. And still a nothing game. The Yankees have had their opportunities, but TIANT's been able to get out of it. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Got the bottom third due up here. Scott, Evans, and Hobson. Scott is 0 for 1. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Where's this one going to end up at? And that's going to be a leadoff double by Scott. So Scott's down in scoring position with nobody out for Dwight Evans. And Evans is 0 for 1. He's flown out in this game. And he gets a hold of this, and that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is it going to go is the question. And kiss it goodbye. Dwight Evans has just given the Red Sox a 2-0 lead just like that. And it's 2-0 Boston. The Yankees have had their opportunities, and just like that, Clay cruising through the 4 innings has now given up 2 runs, nobody out. Hobson's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. He fields it cleanly, throws over the first, 1 down. Burleson comes to the plate. Rick's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. A 1-out single. And Remy comes to the plate. With the Yankees trailing by 2. Remy's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gary. Now there's 2 down, a runner at first. And Rice comes to the plate. And Jim is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Reggie. And now to win the inning, but the Evans homer makes it 2-0 Boston. So we go to the top of the 5th. You got the big boys due up here for the Yanks. Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles. Reggie is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be 0 for 3. That's a fly ball out to Yastrzemski for out number 1. Chambliss comes to the plate. And Chambliss is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Louis' 4th strikeout of the game. Greg Nettles comes up now. Nobody on. 2 outs. He's 0 for 2. Can he get a 2-out rally going? And that's going to be a ground ball back to Louis. The Yankees go down in order. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Boston with a 2-0 lead. You got Yastrzemski due up. Followed by Fisk and Lynn. Yaz is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a rare play, a 62 and a 40. And that's going to be a ball out in front of the plate. Can Munson make the play here? And he can. That's going to be a nice play by Thurman. Picks the ball up, fires down the first for out number 1. Now you got Fisk up with nobody on and 1 out. And Carlton's 1 for 2. He's singled in this game. And he gets a hold of this one. Where's this one going to end up at in Boston? And that ball is hit into the gap, and that's a 1-out double. Off the wall out there in right field. Sorry, that's off the green monster out in left field. So Fisk hits it off the green monster. Lynn's up now with a runner in scoring position, trying to add to this 2-0 lead. And Freddie is 1 for 2. He's singled in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Nettles. He's going to look the runner back to second. Fire over to first. And now there's 2 down. Play trying to keep this a 2-0 ball game. Scott comes up. Scott doubled and came around to score on the Evans homer back in the 5th. And he gets a hold of this against the righty. That'll be a 6. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. Fisk has good speed, especially for a catcher. And with 2 outs, that's going to be a 55. And a 62 or lower, he's safe. And he's safe, so that's a RBI single by Scott. And it's now a 3-0 ball game. Runner down at first. And Evans comes to the plate. And Evans hit that 2-run homer his last time up. He's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left white back near the monster. Makes the catch. But the Red Sox add 1. It's 3-0 as we go to the top of the 7th. Got the bottom third of the order due up here. Thompson, Spencer, and Dent. Gary's 1 for 2. He singled back in the 5th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Louis strikes him out for out number 1. And now you got Spencer up. He is 2 for 2 today. He doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And TIANT now with a 3-0 lead. He's looking like Linda Ronstadt throwing blue bayous out there, attacking these Yankees. And that's a 6th strikeout of the game. Bucky Dent, he's 0 for 2. He's flown out to Evans both times. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Hobson. Now to win the inning, the Yankees go down in order. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 3-0 Red Sox. Who you got up here? Do we want to make a pitching move? That is the question. That is the question. We want to make a move here to the bullpen. They're going to let Clay pitch the 7th inning and try to pitch the 7th inning. So Clay's going to pitch here to Thompson, who is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's Clay's 4th strikeout of the game. Burleson comes up now. And Rick is 2 for 3. He has singled his last 2 times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gary in center. And that'll be out number 2. As you can see, the Yankees 38-15 batting .279 with a .335 on base percentage, slugging .434 with a .769 OPS. The Red Sox 39-26 batting .278 with an on base percentage of .346, slugging .428 with an OPS of .774. Remy is 0 for 3, 2 outs, nobody on here in the 7th. And that's going to be a fly ball. Reggie calls for it, makes the catch. And we go to the top of the 8th. Yankees trailing by 3. But we do got the top of the order due up here now. White, Randolph, and Munson. And White is 0 for 3. He has flown out, grounded into a force play and popped up. Got caught stealing. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. TIANT now up to 7 strikeouts today. And Randolph comes to the plate. And Willie is 2 for 2. Can he do it again? He walked his last time up. That's when the Yankees had the bases loaded. And Willie's aboard again with a single. So he's down at first for the 4th time today. He has figured Louis out. Here comes Munson. Munson popped up his last time up with the bases loaded. Can he deliver here and get the Yankees back in this game? Louis strikes him out for out number 2, and it's up to Mr. Jackson. He is the straw that stirs the drink. He is 0 for 3 today. And he's going to be 0 for 4 as Louis with back-to-back strikeouts. And the Yankees strand another. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is a 3-0 game, and that's going to be it for Clay. And Messersmith's going to come in the game here. Andy Messersmith. Trying to keep this a 3-0 ball game. And this is Messersmith's 4th appearance, his first out of the bullpen. He's 0-1 with a 2.49 ERA. He's got the big boys coming up. He's got Rice, Yastrzemski, and Fisk. Jim is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Sorry, in the left field. So Rice is aboard here with a leadoff single. And Yastrzemski comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. The Yankees need that double play, and that's a ground ball down the 3rd. And that'll go around the horn here. 5 and a 5. It's going to be fielding column 2. And that's a swing and a miss. He strikes Yaz out for out number 1. Fisk comes up now. Yankees again looking for that ground ball double play. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 58, 51 and an 8. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be ground ball down the second. Over the short. Back to first, but Fisk beats out the play. That's a 4-6 put out. Now there's 2 outs and Lynn's up. And Lynn's 1 for 3 in the game. And that's going to be another ground ball down the third. Might be a strikeout. Let's see. If that's a strikeout, he strikes Lynn out. And that'll do it. The Red Sox strand 1. We go to the top of the ninth. The Yankees got some work to do. They're down 3-0. They got the big boys coming up, though. Chambliss, Nettles, and then Thomas. And Chambliss is 0 for 3. He struck out his last time against Lewis. And that's going to be a rare play at 25 and a 41. And that ball is back to the mound. And that's going to be a nice play by TIANT. He grabs that one, tosses it over to Scott, and there's 1 down. Now Nettles comes to the plate with 1 out and nobody on, trailing by 3. Greg's 0 for 3 today. He's flown out and grounded out twice. And that's going to be $16 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out in the triangle. Freddie Lynn goes back, makes the catch, takes a hit away from Nettles. And it's up to Gary Thomason to keep this game alive. He is 1 for 3. He singled and struck out twice. And that's going to be 18. And that's going to be a nice play down there by Rick Burleson. Nice defense in this inning. Dives, makes the stop, throws the ball to Scott, and that's your ball game, folks. Really, TIANT with a complete game shutout. Take a look here at the box score. And I'm sure this is about the shutout, and that's Louis' 3rd shutout of the year. Yankees, no runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The Red Sox, 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Willie Randolph did his best. He was 3 for 3. The Yankees were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 7 men on base. They had their opportunities and couldn't deliver. Give Louis credit. He pitched around some trouble. Burleson was 2 for 4. So was Fisk. Scott was 2 for 3. Red Sox were 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Evans with the big 2-run homer. And they left 6 men on base. As Aaron Reed joins us, check out his channel. And Clay, he goes to 5 and 2. Pitched a nice game. 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs. Walked none. Struck out 4 and gave up the homer. Just got out pitched by Louis. Messersmith comes in, pitches 1 inning, 1 hit. Struck out 2. Louis goes the distance. TIANT goes to 8 and 2. 7 innings, no runs, walked 1, and struck out 9. And since the Braves don't play today, we'll do the whole league here. Next up is the Mariners and White Sox in Chicago in the Windy City. Let's see what happens here. And the Mariners win 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Then you got the Indians going to Kansas City to take on the Royals. Can Kansas City keep it up? They've been playing good ball, trying to get back into the race here in the West. And no, the Indians scalp them. 10 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. The Kansas City Royals, 7 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors. And you got the A's heading to Texas to take on the Rangers. And what's the star for? A walk-off win by the Rangers. The Rangers 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. And Bobby Bonds 2 for 4, 2 homers, and 2 RBIs. The A's 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And the last game is the only National League game, the Cubbies and the Pirates. And the Pirates shut out the Cubbies. 6 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. And the Cubbies, no runs, 6 hits, and no errors. And now let's take a look at the standings and leaderboard in both leagues. In the American League, now the Yankees are 9 games up on the Red Sox. Tigers are 13 games back. The Brewers 14. Blue Jays 16.5. The Orioles 20. And the Indians are 23 games back. And out west, the Twins are now 4.5 games up on the Kansas City Royals. The Rangers and White Sox are 5 games back. And the A's are 9 games back. The Angels 11. And the Seattle Mariners are only 17 games back. And in the National League, the Philadelphia Phillies are a game up on the Expos, a game and a half up on the Pirates. The Cubbies 3 games back. The Mets 13, and the Lonely Cardinals are 14 games back. And out west, the Giants are 2.5 games up on the Dodgers. The Astros and Padres are 4.5 games back. The Reds 7, and the Lonely Braves holding everybody up are 15 games back. Jim Rice is leading the league in average homers and RBIs, batting .367 with 23 homers and 71 RBIs. And in the National League, Larry Parrish is leading with a .343 average. George Foster is leading in homers and RBIs with 15 homers and 46 RBIs. Ron Guidry is leading the American League and the Major Leagues with a 1.31 average. Ed Figueroa has 12 wins to lead the American League and the Major Leagues. And same thing with the Goose. The Goose has got 17 saves to lead the American League and the Major Leagues. Over in the National League, Jim Barr is leading with a 1.68 ERA. Steve Rogers has 11 wins. And you got Barr, Fingers, and Suter with 11 saves in the National League. Jim Rice is leading the American League in the MVP voting. Ed Figueroa is leading in the Cy Young in the American League. George Foster's got the lead in the MVP voting in the National League, and Steve Rogers is leading in the Cy Young. Yeah, it was a tough loss by the Mariners, correct. And the next game on the channel will be the second game of this series between the Red Sox and Yankees. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. And it's going to be Dunn Gullick going up against Mike Torres. Gullick 2-1 with a 3.6 ERA. Mike Torres 6-5 with a 2.99. Should be a good pitching matchup. I want to thank Aaron Reed for stopping by. Check out his great channel. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. Hit that like button on your way out. It don't cost you anything, and it helps the channel out. Till next time, you all have a great day, and take care.